As America grieves, there is a strong security presence. With the heightened terror alert, police divers patrol the Hudson River and snipers sit atop skyscrapers in lower Manhattan. And security changes have also been made here in Richmond since yesterday's warning.
Sandra Jones is live at the state capitol.
Ray, we've seen a lot more police presence in and around the state capitol, but they've been on heightened security alert since 9/11/2001, and that makes people visiting the capital city feel much safer. Bill and Sue Jones spent 9/11 touring Richmond. The London couple says the last thing they worry about is a terroristic threat.
But no, we're so used to living with the problems of Ireland and the bombings in London that we're just extra vigilant. We're used to having our bags searched.
And with the country under the second highest terror alert, security is tight everywhere.
Where are we going today? We're going to see.
At the state capitol, no one enters the building without a vehicle search. These mirrors can locate bombs or anything else suspicious looking. The building has been under very tight security since 9/11, and on this day, they've beefed up police presence even more.
What we want to do is make sure that if a hoax situation comes up, we handle it quickly and efficiently and put people who would take advantage of America's saddest moment in jail.
Since the Oklahoma City bombing, the Federal Reserve building downtown stepped up its security, surrounded now by a fence, guard stations, closed streets with guards on standby. But Virginians are being urged to live their life.
Be aware that this heightened level has been given to us, and there's reasons for it, but go about your life. Your travel, the events you'd plan to go to, I wouldn't change any of that.
Now, both the Federal Reserve Bank and the state capitol says they have contingency plans in place in the event that there were ever a terrorist threat or attack here. Reporting live from the state capitol, Sandra Jones, News 6 Network.
And now, weather on the 6s with Doppler Max 6 in partnership with Dominion Virginia Power.
Well, it was a close call with a hurricane over the last 24 hours, but that is moving well away from us right now. A cold front sliding to the south will usher in much cooler air over the next couple of days, but it is going to be very, very dry. Bone dry on Doppler Max 6 right now. The numbers in the almanac, high temperature today made it up to 88 degrees. It also was a bit muggy. That will change over the next 24 hours. 70 degrees our overnight low. The record high 100 set in 1983, and the record low 42 in 1917. Right now, from our weather watchers, these are the current conditions. Bright sunshine all across the area. 80 degrees in Bon Air, 84 degrees from Ronnie Beal down in Fort Lee. Up the road in Farrington, 77 degrees. Jan Schreiber reporting a little choppy on the bay this afternoon, 78 degrees up there. Gusty winds are diminishing throughout the mid-Atlantic states, but they're going to keep up from New York City to Boston this evening. 71 degrees in the Big Apple right now, 80 officially at the airport. It's 87 in Raleigh, approaching 90 in Charlotte and Wilmington at this hour, but those temperatures will drop off a bit later on tonight. Here's a look at the satellite picture. There goes Hurricane Gustav off to the northeast. High pressure bringing clear skies to the mid-Atlantic and the Ohio Valley, and that will be the rule for the next couple days. Well, here's the latest on the hurricane. Now packing winds of 90 miles an hour, but it's zipping to the northeast at 38 miles an hour, and it will be affecting the Canadian Maritimes later tonight and tomorrow. We are watching an organizing area of thunderstorms in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. This may become a tropical system over the next couple of days and may eventually impact our weather later on in the weekend as this moisture tries to ride up the eastern seaboard. However, tomorrow things will be clear, high pressure building in, a light northerly breeze, a lot different from today. Very comfortable afternoon, and then we'll start to warm things up by the end of the week. So clear and cool, a diminishing wind tonight, 55 for the overnight low. Coolest rural communities, open up those windows, 50 degrees for an overnight low. Lots of sunshine tomorrow, will be in the mid-70s at noontime, and we will approach 80 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Even cooler tomorrow night than tonight. Temperatures could be in the 40s in some outlying areas. How about that? Warming well into the 80s for the rest of the week into the weekend, and a shot at some rain later Sunday into Monday. Ray and Cheryl.
Thanks, Mike. Children's voices rang out today at Cold Harbor Elementary. As
Lee Mahaffey shows us, hundreds of little Americans paid tribute to the terror attack victims.
8:46 a.m. Children at Cold Harbor Elementary began September 11th, 2002, with bowed heads and a moment of silence. Then follows a patriotic song. Sung by hundreds of children dressed in red, white, and blue, who were touched by the remembrance of heroes and victims.
I just thought it was really special because of all the people who died in it. It was really sad, but I'm just glad that the United States could just get together and do all of this after what happened on September 11th last year.
Jennifer Ballout's third-grade students understand the devastation of that day.
I have a lot of compassion for what the people in New York and in the Pentagon went through.
Today, flags are flying at half-mast, and during the ceremony, 2 children raised and lowered the American flag so children would understand the symbolism of honoring those who died.
The children need to understand how important this is to America's history and how significant it is to the people of our country.
Taylor Luck does recognize the significance and says his friends and classmates should too.
I think they should know what happened that day because it's just very important that they know what happened.
The students also told us they feel the terror attacks actually brought them closer together, and they often think about the children who lost their parents in the attacks.
And still ahead, Lane has sports next, but first let's take a look at some other 9/11 memorials that are going on in the Richmond area tonight.
Forecast is brought to you by Bruce's Super Body Shops. You don't pay more at Bruce's, you just get more.